Hey guys, I'm Nick, and on this episode of the Scran Line, I'm going to show you guys how to make this peanut butter and jelly cake. So this is how we're launching 2018. Now, if you guys have any suggestions for flavors you want to see this year, make sure you leave them in the comments down below. Let's get stuck into the cake. Okay guys, so we're going to start off by making the cake. So you want to pop your flour, sugar, baking powder and salt into a large mixing bowl. Mix that on low speed until everything is well combined. Then you want to add your softened butter and mix that until you reach a crumbly sand-like texture. Next you want to add your milk, oil, some raspberry essence, now that is completely optional, eggs, Greek yogurt, and you want to mix that until everything is well combined. Then what I'm going to do is add some frozen raspberries and fold those through. Now if you don't have frozen and you have fresh, you can do that with fresh as well. Now the batter did go slightly pink and grey. You want to be careful when you're folding the frozen ones in and even the fresh, because the colour or the juice can bleed into the batter and it actually won't make it pink, it'll make it this really weird grey colour. So what I actually did, and I forgot to film it, was I added 2 drops of deep pink Americolor food gel. I want to spray and line my baking tin, which is an 8-inch baking tin, with some oil and baking paper. We're going to pour our batter in there. So we're going to split this amongst 3 different baking tins. If you don't have 3, just bake it 3 at a time. It'll just take a little bit longer. Now I'm going to use an offset spatula just to level these off. Then we're going to pop these into the oven on 160 degrees Celsius for 45 minutes. Once they've baked, let them cool completely. Now I'm using a cake leveler to slice the top of my cake off, and then I'm going to cut that in half as well. So we're going to end up with 2 slices for each cake, ending up with 6 in total. So we're going to make 2 different flavored buttercream frostings. One of them is going to be peanut butter. So we're going to add some peanut butter to our Swiss meringue buttercream frosting. Mix it in until everything is well combined. Add a small dab of that on top of your 8-inch cake board. We're going to add our first layer of cake. Now I'm going to add a tablespoon of raspberry jam, you might know it as jelly where you are, on top of our layer. We're going to spread that really nice and thinly and evenly, and then we're going to add our Swiss meringue buttercream frosting on top. Now guys, be careful, do not be tempted to add too much of that jam, otherwise your cake is actually going to slide around, and believe me, I'm talking from experience, you don't want that happening. It's absolutely devastating when your cake completely collapses. Now you're going to spread that frosting around, the excess frosting, cover the cake. This is called the crumb coat. It helps trap the crumbs in the first layer so they don't show in the next layer. Now we want to chill this for at least 2 hours. Guys, be careful because that jam is going to cause the layers to slide around a little bit. So take your time to the fridge, pop it in the fridge, let it chill in there, pray that it doesn't slide around like I did for about 15 minutes. Let it chill for about an hour, or 2 hours is even better. Then we're going to come back and finish this off. Now I'm going to make my raspberry buttercream. So I'm adding some raspberry jam and some raspberry essence. Now that is completely optional, and we're going to mix this in. Now if you find that it's not pink enough for you, you can add some food gel as well. I'm going to add a layer of that around the cake and on top. We're going to use a cake scraper. This is called a cake scraper, and go around the cake, smoothen the sides out, and then do the top as well. Once you've got everything nice and smooth, you want to pop this back into the fridge for another 2 hours to chill, because you want to make sure everything really sets nicely. Now we're going to add some crushed peanuts on the side of this cake, so start at the bottom, make it nice and dense at the bottom, and then as you go towards the top, you want to add less and less nuts. It's going to kind of give us a bit of a nut ombre effect. This is my favorite part, frosting. So I'm using a large open star tip nozzle to frost some peanut butter frosting on top of the cake. Now I wanted to put some raspberry jam on top of these, and I didn't want it to drizzle down the bottom or the side of the cake. So what I did was very carefully put my hand as close as I could to the side of the cake, so if any did drizzle down, hopefully it got onto my hand. I was mostly successful doing this except for one of the swirls, but you know, that just adds character to the cake. And it didn't drive me crazy at all, I swear. It did not drive me crazy. It did drive me crazy. Guys, we're going to finish these off with some crushed nuts, and that is pretty much it. Okay guys, so that was my peanut butter and jelly cake. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with all of the latest episodes. You'll find all of my recipes on my website, thescranline.com. A link for that is in the box below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you all on the next episode of The Scran Line.